Them hustle sote, they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar, just they get the higher power. Over naira. See them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't the political. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man do they talk. He do they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun Live. I have missed you too, but come on. I was here yesterday afternoon, wasn't it? So I'm back again this afternoon. Last night I took I took some rest so that I could probably refill up for today. Read the caption, the brief caption of this broadcast, the description as well. Please do and share it. Remember that in this broadcast, you too can be part of it by picking up your phone and calling in. I will only just get everybody in the mood, by the way. Yeah, just some catch up. In 6 months, Tifnumbu's illegitimate government, they have lifted visa ban on Nigeria twice, and twice they've been fake news. And yes, Facebook. And yes, looking into it. Somebody said this is the perfect time for the program in the afternoon. So what we'll do, I'll tell you. 4 p.m. is usually the time I put on my replays. I'm going to change that to the earlier than that. And we can have our program by, let's say, between 2 and 5. Pick up your phone after sharing the broadcast. Did you see the news yesterday that Bayo Onofonuga shared that the UAE had lifted the ban on the visa ban, rather, on Nigerians coming to their country? I know, like, this shouldn't even be news, even if they lifted the ban. But as all of you know as well, Tifnumbu has been struggling to have something to show and say, okay, this is what we have managed to do. For the past 10 months, they've turned your lives upside down. They themselves are looking for something to show to you, even if na Dubai visa. Anyway, we'll leave it at that, okay? So again, the charts for this program is mostly cherry-picked. We just pick them here and there. They are not fully detailed. But the opportunity that this program offers all of us is that you can call in anytime. You do not have to wait till the end of the program before you can be part of it. So what this program also does is that it gives us a free chats about everything just before we go into full analysis and detailed broadcast in the evening. So that's what this is all about, okay? We call it the brunch time with Mayegun, but my friend told me last night, are you sure it's still all right to call the program brunch, breakfast and lunch, when most times when you start, it's almost late in the lunchtime? And I said, but it's still breakfast somewhere else. So we'll find a befitting name to give to this program that all of you can begin to get used to. So you can begin to also get used to different sort of programs that will be popping up on Mayegun's Diary Politico and Diaspora Radio International, in the coming weeks, days, weeks, months, and on like that. So it's not just going to be you picking up your phone. The moment you see Mayegun's Diary Politico live, you just jump into it and say, oh, I know I don't want to watch this. I want to watch Mayegun. So I'm going to begin to give you these varieties like that. We'll begin to get used to them. Different time zones and different programs for those different time zones, right? Thank you. Now, yesterday, I would have been live, like come around to, discuss what I'm now kind of using as, a free chat this afternoon. People's lives, people's livelihood, people's businesses, and all of that are pretty much have been at stake since Nigeria and UAE have been having their spat, the diplomatic visa role. And that is why whenever the officials from Nigeria wants to travel to Dubai, most of what they do is they use the government issued passports that is different from the ones you have. And those who have been Nigerians who are living in UAE, their lives have been put on hold, stagnant for more than 2 years now. They have been unsure. Now, diplomatic role in the sense that the problem between the criminal government in Nigeria and the businesses from the UAE and other parts of the world, the sanction that Nigeria is holding, they did business in Nigeria. Their money is in your banks. The agreement was that whenever they are ready to move their money out of Nigeria, they would do so by converting the money to dollars, which is your central bank. The Central Bank of Nigeria will provide the dollar equivalent of their money that they are taking out. It is called FDI, foreign direct investment. When they make profit, they pay taxes in Nigeria, then they take their profit out. But under Bokuwari and the Emefiole, they looted they looted the money. What do I mean by that is that they emptied the Nigerian the Nigerian foreign reserve. They emptied that. They emptied the Nigerian forex in circulation for themselves, right? And they blamed everyone else but themselves. So you see these businesses, it is like you watching me right now. You decided to be doing export business from Nigeria. You are now sending, let's say, cassava that some part of the world are using for ethanol. Ethanol that is also used for petrol or gas and all that. Now, that is where you are making your money, right? So you decided to cut a deal with Sweden. There is this Swedish government policies that favors you, and it favors the businesses in Sweden as well because they could get their supply from you directly from Nigeria. Now you have started the supply. Oh, no. At some point, you were taking your money, when they pay you back in their own money or whatever, right? So at some point, you could take your money back and your money back to Nigeria. At some point, they say, you need to open a bank account in our country for you to do this business so that the people you are doing the business with, they will pay into that account And the government, because government is interested in such a, you know what I mean, like as it should be. Then you have been supplying. Then one day, you check your bank account in Sweden, and you found a balance of, thank you. So you found a balance of 1 million euro. Or what's the money you spend in Sweden, by the way? But I'll use euro for easy explanation, okay, or understanding to my viewers. So you have your 1 million euro in a bank account in Sweden. And then you decide that you want to take your 1 million euro. Okay? Because that's the money they don't have. They can't give you, they can't give you Swedish money. You don't want Swedish money. Your agreement is that you will take your money in euro. And you have the balance. Your account shows that you have 1 million euro. Then the day you want to take your money, they said, well, we can't give you the 1 million euro except if you would take the Swedish money. Like they give you that condition. That wasn't part of why you are doing business in Sweden. Would you continue to supply your cassava to them under that condition and arrangement? Your money is trapped there. They are giving you choice that your money is not trapped. Come and take your money in their currency, not in euro. You have done all your businesses, everything is done in that kind of agreement, euro. That's what happened to these airlines in Nigeria. It was a business between the disappointments or the the failure, the corruption of the criminals in Nigeria. They trapped $10 billion. $10 billion. And this is a chunk money that these airlines use in their operation. The money got trapped. At first, they were promised that they will be giving them the money little by little. But at the point when they saw what Nigeria was at the time, they wanted their money. No, don't give us little by little. Because if you give us little and you say we should continue operation, right? At the end of the day, what you are going to give back to us, our money, our profit, what you are going to give back to us. And the more money that will be trapped in your banks, if we continue operating, we're going to run out of business in no time. So what did these businesses do? They ran back to their country government and say, well, you are the one who signed bilateral trade with these people. We have our money trapped there. They are talking shit. They are talking bullshit now. They're giving us all the conditions that are completely stupid, right? That was when the UAE jammed into it. Like, okay, if that should be the case, if they won't pay you your money, we'll cut all bilateral ties with them. And that's what they did. And it was written on a clear piece of paper. Pay them their money and we can continue to do business. But the people who are the victims who are being punished for this, they are not the criminals who are flying about with diplomatic passports. But you will then carry green passports give. There are Nigerians, professionals, who have been living in Dubai before APC, Egbekegbe, came to power in Nigeria. Those who have been living and working in UAE, Dubai. Those who have their families there, their children there. Immediately this wahala started, their visas, their residency, everybody was sort of thrown into serious confusion. This confusion is what they have been playing politics with. Off and on, off and on, off and on. So if the likes of Bayo, Ezibida, or Nofunuga, long throats, think is something that they can score cheap political popularity on, then you, who are currently not in Nigeria, like me, who is loving Nigeria from abroad, we are talking about UAE now. We are all going to be victims one time or the other. The UAE parties, because of their money. People who didn't get involved in this, so they are the ones affected now. Others can't really go there per se. And those who can, some can't really work anymore. A lot of people's lives have been so turned upside down. And the first time that these criminals went to UAE, Chrono, God bless you. I wasn't reading my comments. I was so focused on my camera there. So the Swedish Chrono. Listen to me. I'm not saying Swedish Chrono is not far better than your trashy Naira. Sure, you understand? But I'm talking about an agreement. If the agreement was, I will be selling you my cassava and you'll be paying me in krona, Swedish krona, right? That's the deal. That simply means whenever I want to take my money out, you will release it in Swedish krona and I will take it out without any problem. Do you understand that now? Like, but I'm saying they didn't agree that they will take their money out in naira. Which trailer they could take back the naira, by the way, to their country? And what would they do with the naira in their country? Do you understand that now? So Tifnumbu and his gang went to UAE. And the first politics they would play with that was to announce that after Tifnumbu met with the UAE ruler, the UAE had lifted the ban. But that wasn't what they did. When Tifnumbu met with them, they said, listen, we've had off and on long-time relationship with Nigeria. But this is a lot of money. And these businesses, they are from this country. Okay? So which means if they die, there are some sector in our country that will be affected too. So we can't let countries just do what they like to businesses that are not from their country. Like somebody could just take over your business. You can't go to court. These airlines, they went to court in Nigeria. Nigeria court played them. Now central bank won at the end of the day. Here you get. So you can't continue to do that. See, Ogbeni, you said you are now the new guy, Abi. Are you the new guy? Okay, fine. What you will do, okay, is this. Since you are the new guy, order your central bank to release that money. Once they release that money, this is money that is, in fact, you will release the money with interest, okay? And when you release the money and the airlines have confirmed that, then we need to sit down and have a chat about whether we will do business in your country or we won't do business in your country. So Tifnumbu said, yes, they will release the money once I get back to Abuja. But these guys have not left UAE. When they tweeted and announced that UAE had lifted the ban, they had to force UAE to release a statement that, no, we didn't. So yesterday, Ezibida Onofunuga Long Throat decided to also open the old wound that is not even healing yet for those Nigerians who are living in UAE. Some of them saw the news. The Nigerian media, I mean, this guy published, I'll show you all of that later in the evening, okay? This guy published a fake letter. And in that letter, it was stated there that the Nigerian counterpart, the UAE counterpart, they have agreed to lift the ban, the visa ban on Nigerians. Like, where was he? Was he probably drunk or he was somewhere and he just felt like, let me toy with these people again. Let me play with them. I think that's what he did, right? Then the Nigerian media, Gota media. Breaking news. UAE had lifted the ban. Long Throat Onofunuga said, thank God for President Tifnumbu's efforts and negotiation. The UAE have lifted the ban now. Nigerians can begin to, even though most Nigerians are poorer now, this UAE will they talk about self. Maybe them go. Is UAE not for them and their side chicks? State governors, say local government, senators, reps, and the rest of them, are they not the ones who can afford to go to UAE now? How many of you can indeed, civil servant? Oh, you. Can you afford to go to UAE? To go and confirm if they don't lift the ban or not? But it's not for you. There are real people who are like real life victims of this. So when I saw that yesterday, I was like, they will never change and they will never stop. Most of the time is because there has been no consequences for all of this. Talking about consequences, talking about responsibilities and all of that. When I was driving to the office this afternoon, so I was on a live video it's a live broadcast on Facebook. So, and then, as usual, I was giving a commentary behind that. So, and I got to a spot where there was roadwork. So my sat nav told me roadwork ahead. So somehow I just felt like I'm going to talk about it. And I was then saying, listen, in this country, in this Scotland, where we do have more than 3 weathers in a single day. Yes, you can wake up in the morning in Scotland, okay, with snow droplets already on your grass, okay? Or you may wake up in the morning and it's freezing, so freezing that you have to have a black ice. I'm talking about that, that moist that will later form ice on the road because of coldness. And just before 10 in the morning, it may begin to sort of sunny. I'm talking about shining sun. And just before 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it may just start raining. And the rest of the evening may be windy. I'm talking about windy that you'll be hearing in a single day. But there's something unique about this country where they have planned their lives. They have planned their lives around all this weather. These are harsh weathers, weathers that are not really, really nice. They are not really, you know what I mean? So when I saw because I always see that anyway. So I remember that in Nigeria, Nigerian politicians, they would tell us that the reasons why Nigerian roads are bad and they cannot do anything is because they can't construct road during the raining season. There is a season to plant food. There is a season to harvest. People give excuses around, you know what I mean, around anything, including weather. But in this country, they seem to have built everything. They will repair road, they will construct road all year round, even when it is snowing. They will fix road. You will see them everywhere. You say, man, it's snowing today. You will see it, road work ahead. Then when it is summer, oh yes, road work everywhere. We see that. Also here, they plant all year round. And that was where I spoke about responsibility. I said responsibility is something that many Nigerians don't really like. We don't like to take responsibility for our actions. Only a few of us probably does. When I say responsibility, I mean when you do something wrong, when you go wrong, right? And then a typical Nigerian won't really easily admit that they did anything wrong. Not easily. They would rather blame it on the devil. If they can't blame it on anybody, they blame it on the dead person or blame it on the devil. Please forgive me. Why did you do it, eh? You that everybody is respecting on this, why did you do it? Please forgive me. It's the work of the devil. It's the work of the devil. And then they will say, oh, let us pray for him. Because in that crowd, you will see those that will agree that this could only be devil. Mayegu, why did you do it? Please, everybody forgive me. It's the work of the devil. Devil, how did you manage to see it when devil was using you? Sorry, some people said they can't see me on Facebook again. Can you still see me or I'm gone? Well, I think I am still on Facebook. Except if it's totally gone. But if it's gone, just go and join us on YouTube. Facebook is unreliable anyway. So people look for who to blame because they don't want to take responsibility. Taking responsibility to them is going to diminish them. Therefore, they can give excuses, blame it on somebody else, and get a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, and chances upon chances without any effort of trying to change. You know that? So I was like, the criminals in Nigeria, those who believes that I mean, I'm talking about your ruiners now, your dealers that you call leaders. Your dealers are the reflection of you. He said he's sorry. He said it's the work of the devil. All it's going to take is for one person or two people to believe you and say, I know, Mayegun that I know. Mayegun that I know. Mayegun, no. It must be the work of the devil. We need to pray for him. Mayegun that I know, he will never, Mayegun will never steal anybody's money. But they said Mayegun just, there is evidence that he stole money. Do you believe the evidence? Because when I asked him, he said it's the work of the devil. He was even crying. And I believe him. I believe that he said the money, true, he got the money and he spent it. It was because he's having problem. His family are having hard time and he needed the money. But he denied it too. Remember, he denied that he never spent the money. See, let's leave all of that. It's the work of the devil. That's not the work of any goddamn devil. Sometimes devil could be so surprised at some of you Nigerians and be like, me. They catch somebody, a housewife, cheating on her husband with her husband's best friend. And she said, it's the work of the devil. She didn't know what came over her. Abba. Just take responsibility. When you take responsibility, you'll be like, the shame that comes with what you did, how you felt when you realized, man, I shouldn't have. That shame is what will keep reminding you never to do it again. But a typical Nigerian, typical Nigerian, to agree with you. Did you do this? Yes, I did it. In fact, you can annoy people if they say, hey, come here. Who did this? Sometimes people want you to deny. No, it's not me. Mayegun, you are the only one who is inside this room. Are you sure? No, it's not me. Maybe you are the only one with the key. Or if they come in and say, who did this? It's me. They'll be asking you, are you sure? Why? Why did you? That stuff. So sometimes, like I said, right? People have become so used to normalizing abnormalities that it doesn't really mean anything to them. Some said it's actually like, some said they have innocent lies. Some said they have protective lies. All of these, right, are just ingredients and excuses not to take responsibility. And that is why your criminal politicians will come to you and say, why can't we have electricity in this country? And they will be like, it's the work of the generator sellers. I say, it's true. It's true. Now the generator sellers no allow us get electricity in Nigeria. They have been the one bribing NEPA officials, bribing people, bringing generator. That is why Nigeria can never have electricity until we stop selling generator. But when you look at the genesis of that statement, it came from the politicians. The politicians that are unable to generate electricity, distribute them successfully for 63 years. Yeah. And then you just be like, let's kill all the generator sellers. Let's collect all of their generators. As if to say, once you take all of their generators away, the people that failed to generate electricity for you, suddenly they will start generating electricity. Of course not. Irresponsible people in charge of your country are irresponsible dealers or leaders that you have. They were once irresponsible followers. Irresponsible government that you have is made up of irresponsible citizens that some of you are. You just have to question yourselves. Which part are you playing? Which role are you playing in all of this? Which of them are you enabling? Yourself. Just ask yourself. Responsibility. How come you cannot fix our road? All our roads are terrible. Every time it rains, everywhere, you are not a governor. Why can't I say, we cannot do road during the rainy season? Oh, it's true. We cannot do road during the rainy season. That's true. Okay. Okay. What about after the rainy season? We are going to do something. And then they can construct 10 kilometers of road for 2 years, 5 kilometers of road for 2 years, constructing 20 kilometers of road for 4 years. I mean, just finish them. Let's just pray for him to finish it. At least, see, this one don't. Let me tell you, Mayegu, one person came. He awarded the road contract. He stole the money, but he graded the road. Let's thank him. Another person can come, award the road again. That one can put, what do you call it? Put your bitumen on it. Another person can come and do the drainage. Mayegu, that's what we're asking people to do. We don't want them to do everything. I say, she only got to enable. Enabler of irresponsibility. I mean, why? It's because you are irresponsible too. Irresponsible country populated by irresponsible citizens. So they give you excuses. Of course they do. It's what they do all the time. Do you not also try to blame something on your own failure too? How many times have you blamed the village people for why you couldn't find a husband? You couldn't keep a relationship. You couldn't get a job. Your business is dying. Nobody wants to help you. It must be village people. Not because you are one of the hardest, closest supporters of the bad government, because you are waiting to see if it's going to serve you. Have you not been enabling corruption, bad governance around you? Where criminals who were given money to build you infrastructures that could help you lead a sort of responsible lives. They've used the money to buy themselves houses outside Nigeria, buy themselves cars, and all of that. Marry new wives, go on holiday, send their children abroad. Are you not one of those who are supporting them? Now you are surprised that your sister couldn't get a job after graduation. You are also believing that maybe some people somewhere are holding your destiny. Village people don't suffer. Village people don't suffer for Nigeria. They say, now my village people, they know say I go make them in life. That is why, how this is why I've been trying to, that's all, like you blame them for every of your failure. My sister that couldn't keep a relationship, she's blaming herself. Oh, I know some of you that they have taken advantage of because you are not politically conscious enough. And therefore, your mind wandered away, lost, looking for answers. Why are the young men not finding you suitable to be made their wives? Why is it that only married men want to have something to do with you and they don't want to marry you, except those who want to make you second wife? You are blaming that on some unseen hands. Somebody is shouting, hey, break it on you. Somebody is saying, and the rest of that. They are consulting oracles, consulting everything on your behalf. They say, we need to do prayer. My sister, you need to be politically conscious. Young men, like other young women, they are victims of the poverty you are reading about. That Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world is not a fluke. They are real-time victims. And you know something? Because majority of all these young men have found out that they would rather remain single than to go and drag somebody's daughter into their own struggle life and poverty. Can ruin everybody's time at the same time. My sister, There is no village people after you. My dear brother, you do not have any village people problem. Look around you. Look at all your choices. Look around you. Check your circle. Look at the people around you and what they sort of hold dear. And you will find your answer. I promise you, you will find your answer. Village people. I was driving home last night, but rather 2 nights ago. And because everywhere is lit, there's traffic light everywhere. Okay. The road, they are not like a perfect, but they are good. They are motorable, safe. And also, the city itself is well policed, safe. So I was driving my car home and I was talking. I said, take a look at around here. Darkness and poverty, they are together. Where there is darkness, there is poverty. And where there is poverty, there is crime. Ridiculous crime that will then turn the citizens into superstitious mofos. No apology, by the way. Superstitious mofos are those who have been born into darkness and they have been in the dark all their lives. Majority of you watching me from Nigeria, you have been in and out of darkness all your lives. And Joe, you don't need to do like this because that's one of the things you do to yourself. Lie to yourselves. You meet them at the lift and say, sorry, madam, are you going down? You say, no, I will not go down in Jesus' name. I will not go down in Jesus' name. I say, no, sorry, I'm just asking. Are you going downstairs? Yes, I'm going downstairs. Which one is are you going down? I will never go down in Jesus' name. When you tell them Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world, they will tell you, I shall never be poor in my life. I shall never. But you are living in a country that barely have 10, what do you call it? Barely have a 3,000 megawatt electricity. You have generator everywhere. So you are in and out of darkness, right? That is what is called poverty. The life majority of you are living is called I better pass my neighbor lives. They have ruined it even more. Here you get darkness. But there's something I want to tell you about darkness. You see, I was driving home and it was around the 12 a.m., 12 midnight. And I was driving my car. Here you get that my car is worth 34,000 pounds sterling. I didn't have to go and steal money to pay 34,000. I do not need to go and lick anybody's ass like, I'll go and twerk for anybody like that. Just to get 34,000 pounds, I do not have to. All I needed was a standard, credible credit, which I have very well. So, in that car, my thought in my head just kept rolling as usual as I was going home. I said, look at all these T junctions now. Look at all these T junctions. There is street light everywhere. Everywhere is bright. I can see like day, right? But the street light, at those junctions, I said, look at this. Oh, I cannot drive anywhere in Nigeria this hour alone. So if you convert that my 34,000 pounds car to your money, that would be like over 50 million naira car. I do not need to go and earn 50 million before I can drive a car that small, right? I don't have to. The system allowed me to, as long as I can afford it, then I can pay for it and enjoy my comfort. I do not have to rob or steal. However, I do not also have to worry about anybody endangering my life simply because I am driving a 50 million car in the poverty capital of the world. And I want to say, I am not one of those who are looting and stealing your money. Of course, I'm a target. I'm a target to almost everyone, starting with the police. If they see me like that, you are a Yahoo boy. 100% you are a Yahoo boy. 100% I'm a Yahoo boy. So you get. So they will just it's not because they want to fight crime. Oh. It's because I'm driving an expensive car, very beautiful car, that a police officer will begin to say, he be police officer, he know if he afford keke, and he will blame me. He will blame me, young boy, a young man, driving a nice car, for why he, police officer, cannot afford to drive a used car. I will be blamed. Not the government, oh, not the government that gave him a job, a job that cannot feed him and his family, except he extorts ordinary people like me. I said, look at all these junctions in Nigeria where you see everywhere darkness. You go down, they see people where don't tie red wrapper. I been a white wrapper. We go carry white, we go tie red headgear, white headgear in the dark. As you are coming slowly in your car and you are looking at them from far, you feel see big calabash on their head. If it be like half cow and half goat, then slice inside them, they won't go appease one God. At the T junction, place where road no day, before they do the road, they go carry airport, say that they go there. They won't go appease the gods, so that the gods can give somebody prosperity. The gods living on that T junction in the dark, they can give somebody child, somebody who is dying in the hospital or dying at home. Once they give that calabash to that person there, that spirit there, that person at home will be fine. We're born into darkness in superstitious world. And a lot of us don't even understand what is real and not real anymore. In fact, unreal is real to you. And that is why your heart, your mind is filled with so much fear. Everywhere you turn to, you need to repent. The kingdom of God is here. You are going to die and go to hellfire. You are going to die. If you die today, hellfire. What? They make everything look more or less like this life now war. That's why a lot of us, we believe that we are fighting war. Baba, small, if you are a man, no, small of a man, reach you. Dear omokunrin oto, omokunrin ogunlaye. People that want to kill you everywhere in your sleep, they want to kill you. They say, hey, why? Waiting I do. You don't have to do anything. This world, everybody just hates you. You need to know that everywhere you are going. You need to, if you want to sit down, make sure they don't put something on top of your seat. For your office, they go put something on top of your seat because somebody won't take your job. You need to be careful. Now my mama, they tell me, Ogunlaye. Kilode. Everybody is now like, I say, how many, see, how long do you think we're going to stay in this world? We will one day wear iron suit too. Kilode is because of where we were born. We were born there, we enabled it, we believed it, and we have been living around it. And the smart ones among us, they have been milking us of it. Some turn to pastor, some turn to babalawo, some na mamalawo, others na brotherlawo, auntilawo, unculawo, and the rest of them like that. Everybody is here. You will see how far this, how far that. Like everyone can job everybody. Because that is exactly what they want you to have. So you haven't had anything different, have you? Since you haven't, it is such a big deal to even want to attempt to think otherwise. My brother, this life, somebody called me. I remember when I first started this, right? People used to kind of say they are praying for me. So one person called me one day and he said, I just wanted you to know. I mean, I love people who love me, okay? I mean, like I said something in that my car earlier too, as well. I said, you see, a friend who was watching said, he came to the UK and he was wondering how all of us were living in this place. And I was like, well, I understand from the perspective of an American. If you have been living in America, right, for a long time, you will be an American and you will see the world in an American way, which is the big way. Everything in America is big. Their roads are massive. Their cars are like, their houses are just like, here you get. But in the UK, our roads are like smaller. Our, our houses are like smaller. Everything here, like that. So then I said, if I was to be living in America, because personally I don't like America, I don't think I will ever live there, and it's only for one reason, because of gun. And I actually quickly said, I said, listen, if you say what the Democrats or anti-gun campaigners have said about guns in America and the rest of that, their propaganda is not always like that. And then we who are outside America, we don't sort of see it that way. So if you say, I have become one of those that those propaganda really worked on, you will be right. I don't like guns. I don't. So when I hear about school